let's get rid of that. Open up here and get my fleet out, or look at my fleet. This is my Everest. These are my Everest builds. I use steel heads when I'm doing garrison targets on. So whenever I'm using my Everest, like I'll roll one of these steel head. The reason I don't roll many crews, I'll just show you, is because I've got quite a few slots filled with crews that's I don't really want to throw away. So at the moment I've got 2 slots spare. One is that what I roll for steelheads or sea serpents, depending which target I'm hitting, and a gearheads or blitz crew for base hitting. Right, back to my Everest build. This is my anti-missile ship. I've got 4 MDS4s on it. It's the actual flagship, and the reason for that is because it does have higher projectile speed built in than the normal ships, and you need high projectile speed to give you a chance of shooting down missiles. So it's cut out before, because this is my only anti-missile ship I've got. The armours are split half and half because I can't be bothered to keep changing them every month to depend on one on target. And anyway, all I do is auto the 135s, and these ships auto the 135s for instant map repair. Because it's the anti-missile ship, I've gone the anti-missile proliferation system 2 even. The reason for that is it's got 45% accuracy, whereas the countermeasure loader 4 only has, like, I think it's 35% accuracy. So like the other specials, essentially more to reload, which gives you 55% splash and 50% more to reload and projectile speed. The no engine, which gives you a projectile speed, which is always good, and a bit of evade and more defence from the weapon types. Explosive battery, again, gives you explosive damage, gives you a bit of turret defence, and gives you building damage and wall damage. I've gone Hyper 30 because I like to travel quicker. It gives you a bit of evade, it gives you projectile speed. There you go. This is the one that is interesting. Extra 30% projectile speed, building damage and wall damage, which comes in nice. The other thing is, look at the splash, an extra 6% splash. So these, well, in actual fact, that one runs at 135% splash. It's obviously got a bit extra splash than the, well, by looking at that, it's got extra splash than the normal ships have. Building damage 845, wall damage 2105. So it's reasonable. I mean, you could have that, because these only fire once at any missile. You want to hit as many as you can on that first attempt, because they won't do a second attempt. Going to me anti-mortar ship, simply because I like to be awkward, I suppose. This has 4 gale defence 4s on. Again, the split armour half and half. This is countermeasure loader 4s. All the other, everything else is the same as on the flag. So we're looking at 120% splash on this, and again the same built-in wall damage, projectile speed boost of 200%. So you're going to shoot a few mortars down with that, hopefully. Now, I also do some damage dealing ships, but because you can't fit full mortars, I have fitted some more gale defence. So that's countermeasure loaders 4s, again, simply for the reload and for these, and you know what else you can put on. Essentially mortar system. This is the difference. The K2 bombardment system, which gives you 200% building damage and 200% wall damage. So on these, your projectile speed is down to 170%, but your wall damage and building damage is way, you know, it's in the real terms, it's quite a lot more. I can't be bothered to do calculations nowadays, but it does make a big difference to the amount of damage you're going to be doing to the buildings. Now, this was a thing what I wasn't sure what to do, because I do like the fact that height, because this only does 60% splash, although it's got the higher building and wall damage, it's only 60% splash. So I did consider running with three. I did consider just doing the 4 ships with the 3 of these on, and using the higher yield warheads like in the actual anti one, but only 3 Gale 4s on. I did consider doing all 4 at using this high yield warheads for that extra splash. That gives, it's 120% splash, but you're losing out on building damage and wall damage. Who knows which is best? Or you could have gone all the high damage ones and still probably shoot enough mortars down, because anti-mortars fire. They keep firing until they either hit it or the mortar lands. So but projectile speed is king on any anti. So that's why I went the way I did. And because, like I said, because I was awkward, I'd started off going for an anti-ship of both genres, missile and thinking from the off, and I'm loath to stop, because I just like being different to the mainstream. If you do a mainstream build, you're going to get mainstream damage, and they sometimes build the damage around the mainstream builds. So hopefully I try and avoid that. Though when I see other people's videos, I'm in there. I'm in the ballpark. I'm not a million miles off. Sometimes I do a bit better. Sometimes I do a bit worse. It's swings and roundabouts. But there's also the option of, if you wanted to have all 5 ships the same. You've got 3 antis on. You just go 3 antis, 2 gale defence, and an anti-missile. Fill the rest up with mortars. Use these high yield warheads for your extra projectile speed and your splash. You can do a lot of damage. Or you could go the other way and not even bother doing the anti-projectile speed for the anti-missiles. But I think you're going to miss too many. That's my personal opinion. But who knows? So choice is yours. They're just some ideas there, telling you why I do, or trying to explain why I do what I do, and just giving you some options to build in your Everest. And by the way, the least damage I've had on auto in the 135 is 1 second. The most damage I've taken is 2.5 minutes, and I didn't have a quit on for the 2.5 minute one. So it's just the way it is. But it's still map repair, instant map repair after each one. Or most of the time I can probably do 2 or 3 without still get instant map repair after doing like 3 of the targets. So there we go. So leave it with you. It's just some ideas that I throw out there. See how you go on with it. See how you go on with it yourselves.